The 5 money traps that keep you poor. I just read a survey that says 80% of all working adults surveyed said that they live paycheck to paycheck or direct deposit to direct deposit. And I completely understand. I used to be there too. I'm going to share with you exactly how you can get off of that treadmill and get on to being financially stable. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
I'm going to share with you the 3 biggest things that you can do today to go from poor to rich. I'm going to share with you the number 1 thing that rich people buy that poor people do not. And I'm going to share with you my biggest secret to becoming a millionaire with bankruptcy, bad credit, and almost no money. So obviously living paycheck to paycheck and being poor is no fun. There are so many benefits to becoming a millionaire, having all of the money that you need, and earning a very high income. It is so much better than living paycheck to paycheck, worrying about money, or even trying to cut back to save money. I know that many people that you listen to on YouTube and podcasts and things like that on social media will tell you that if you want to get out of your financial trap, you really need to cut back. You probably need to stop eating out at restaurants or, start eating your lunch at work in the break room out of a Tupperware and all of these things to start saving money so that you can then have some money. But unfortunately, that's probably not going to get you to rich. I'll be really honest with you. You cannot save your way to rich. Most people that have millions of dollars did not just save that money. If you want to have a $50 million business or buy a $50 million apartment complex, you're not going to save $50 million. So the key to being rich and avoiding some of the traps of poor people is going to be realizing how much better it is to become financially stable and to become a millionaire, a billionaire, or whatever it is that you want to be. You really have to decide that you no longer want to be trapped. You no longer want to be held down by a job or by financial distress. You really are making a decision where you're saying to yourself, I want to make a change, I want to be different, and I no longer want to struggle with money. That is the first step. I know it was for me. So being rich now has completely changed my life. I get to own my own time. I have kids and I get to spend time with them. I get to vacation where it is that I want to vacation. I have dozens of rental properties and they bring me lots of money each month. It is amazing to have more money that I can even spend, and that is why I'm sharing this information with you. So let me get to those 5 traps so you can avoid them. So number 1, working for other people. I know. Having a job usually does not mean being poor, right? Most people that have a job have money, at least a paycheck. And for many of us, it's a great way to pay our bills. But it is definitely a trap that is going to keep you poor. When you have a job, your income is limited by the person that you work for. Usually you have an hourly salary or a weekly salary or a monthly salary, and no matter how much you do, your salary is going to be the same. Maybe you can work overtime or ask for a bonus, but you do not have unlimited income potential like you do when you're an entrepreneur. That is what you want to be. So most people that are poor and stay in that cycle work for other people. Entrepreneurs are people that are successful in having their own businesses. Now, I am not saying that every entrepreneur is successful. That is definitely not what I'm saying. And I'm also not saying that everyone that works a job is poor. That is absolutely not what I am saying. However, if you are saying that you want to be someone that is very wealthy and rich and you really want to have all of your time and make more money than you can even spend, you're going to have your own business. You're going to have control of how much money you can make. If someone else dictates to you how much they are going to pay you and how much you can make in a month, a year, or a week, you are always going to be in a trap. That is a cycle. You're not going to be able to break out of it. Additionally, and I'm going to be very honest, and I know you are going to write in the comment box, and I'm okay, I want to read about this. You are on a cycle where you are dependent upon someone else to provide for your life. Trust me, I have worked a job and I even went back to working a job even while I was an entrepreneur. And working for someone else puts them in control. They could lay you off. They could fire you. If things go wrong in their business, they could cut you. Now, again, it's a lot of risk when you're an entrepreneur, but you do not have that lack of control that you have when you work for someone else. When you have your own business, it's you that is laying off people or you that fires people when you have to make a decision in your business, not the other way around. So not only do you usually have more income and more potential to make more money, no limitations, you also have more control about the stability of your money coming in. Number 2, and this is a major trap, and this is only having one stream of income. Let me say that again. A major trap that keeps you poor is having only one stream of income. Oh my gosh, most rich people that I know and all of my millionaire and multimillionaire friends, they have multiple streams of income, meaning they have money coming in from different places, different sources at different times, and from different ventures. They don't have all of their eggs in one basket, like having a job, for example. Having a job and having only one source of income is very stressful if that source of income goes away. You don't want to be reliant upon one source of income. Even if you have one source right now, you should be working on creating another source of income. Then when you have that second source going, create another source. I know, this sounds difficult and people feel like this is very overwhelming or where would you start? But take it from someone that used to live in their parents' basement with multiple foreclosures, bankruptcy, and terrible credit to someone that now has 10, 12 streams of income that I can just think off the top of my head. It's probably even more than that. The bottom line to it is if you have one stream of income, congratulations, that's okay. But now we need to get you multiple streams. Keep going. Number 3, buying stuff. OMG, is this a problem that is keeping so many people poor? I know so many people that go into Walmart and they'll spend $200, $300 just buying stuff, buying bins and nail clippers and hairbrushes and just stuff that has absolutely no value. Let me say that again. Buying stuff that has no value is worthless. And I'm sorry, I mean this. And you can write again in the comment box. I want to see your opinions because I read all of my comments and we can talk about this. But if you just buy things and it has no real purpose, you buy a brush and you already have a brush. You buy shampoo and you already have shampoo. You buy different, hats and you have 12, 15 hats. What is the point of that? You're never going to get out of your situation if you just buy stuff. Now, listen carefully because when I started this, I told you, I am an abundance mindset person. I buy lots of stuff. The last time I went to the Porsche dealership, I bought 2 of them. So I'm definitely not saying I don't buy things. I buy stuff. I just don't buy things that have no value. I just don't run into Walmart and Dollar Tree and all of these stores and buy all this cheap, worthless stuff and bring it to my house and fill up storage units full of worthless stuff. What I do is I buy assets. I buy things that I can make money off of. And that is the true difference between what poor people do versus what rich people do. If you're going to buy things, make sure it brings you value and maybe possibly something that holds its value that you could sell later. Or even if it represents your business, if you buy clothes or hats and things like that, it serves a purpose. You put your business name on it and your logo when you advertise your business. But don't just go to Walmart. I'm sorry, Walmart. But don't just go there and buy a bunch of crap week after week after week and wonder why you don't have any money. You need to stop doing that and start spending your money in better places. In other words, you need to stop spending your money and start investing it. Number 4 money trap, and this is a big one, not investing in yourself. Rich people invest in themselves. They spend tons of money on themselves, not at the Walmart, but again, investing in themselves, buying courses, buying classes, going to seminars, buying books, getting massages, hiring personal trainers, anything that you do to better yourself and invest in you so that you can be more valuable to the marketplace is okay. Don't think that I am saying don't spend money on yourself. You should definitely invest in you. Start investing in you. Start bettering yourself and do not hesitate to spend money investing in yourself. So many people told me that I was absolutely crazy when I was in my parents' basement, bankrupt, broke, multiple foreclosures, bad credit, to be getting a real estate coach. Boy, were they wrong. That was one of the smartest decisions that I made. I realized that I needed to learn something. I needed to learn what I was doing, and that the information that this person was teaching me was going to be something that I was going to be able to use to now amass dozens of rental properties. This is so important that you start investing in yourself, learning the skills that you need to be successful and to make more money. Investing in you means you will likely make more money. I know that's why it worked for me. Number 5, and I absolutely could stay here all day talking about this, and this is not making more money. This is the biggest trap. People do not try to make more money. Most people that you ask, if they are having any type of financial distress, or they lost their job, or their income has gone down, the first thing that they do is they think that they should shrink down their life. They should maybe sell their house and then go live in an apartment, or they should sell their car and take the bus. Things like that, which are absolutely crazy. You should not do any of those things. If you're having financial distress, obviously, yes, cut out all of the extras, Netflix and Hulu and things like that that you don't need, but you should not be cutting back on your life. Let me say that again. You should not shrink your life. If you want to do more and be more, you should make more money. It's absolutely possible. Don't start shrinking down your life and selling off things and being smaller. You should get bigger. You should try to make more money. You should charge more for your services. You should get more clients, more customers. Again, go bigger, increase your income. Most people that are rich, like me, millionaires, people that have money, we earn a lot of money. So that is so important. We don't save $1 million, we earn $1 million, and that's how we have $1 million. So if you want to get out of this trap of being poor, then you are going to have to focus on making more money. Do not fall into the trap of thinking that you cannot double or triple or even quadruple your income, because I did and you can too. So I have written my new book, Real Estate Millionaire Secrets, and I am giving it away to you absolutely free. Check out my new book absolutely free. You just pay the shipping and handling at noellsfreebook.com. That's Noelle, Noelles, noellsfreebook.com. I wrote this book as a real beginner's guide to investing in real estate, getting business credit, and starting from scratch. I literally started from my parents' basement, and now I'm a millionaire. And you can do the exact same thing. I just want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle, to your success.